ES Audio.
Hello, I'm Mark Blunden, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, it's face scan and shop on London's Oxford Street. But first, Britain was on Friday put on a national emergency footing by health officials after forecasters confirmed the country was set to bake in record 41 degrees C highs on Monday. That'll be by far the hottest day of the year. Amid fears of even more pressure on hospitals, the UK Health Security Agency issued a level 4 heat health alert warning that illness and death may occur among the fit and healthy and not just in high-risk groups. So if you're out and about, the advice is to limit your time in the sun as much as possible and even just try and wait out the hottest times of day. It comes as UK schools grappling with the July heatwave as shortening days and telling children to wear their PE kit to class as temperatures soar. Police in London are scanning the faces of shoppers in a controversial facial recognition technology trial in Oxford Circus. Scotland Yard's also seeking actors to take part in the scheme that the Metropolitan Police says will be taking facial photographs, videos and selfies with a variety of camera systems to provide data for analysis of the performance of face recognition systems. Protesters from Big Brother Watch and Liberty turned up on Thursday to alert shoppers to the trial. And the results? Well, so far, so Minority Report, with watch lists and live ID checks for people walking past if they are flagged up as having a suspect's likeness. Researchers at the University of Oxford have identified 2 drugs they say could better perform when treating insomnia in adults. Insomnia affects up to 20% of the population and can last for a number of years.
We know that the first-line treatments are sleep hygiene and non-pharmacological interventions, but there are people who do not respond to these treatments.
That's lead researcher Andrea Cipriani, Professor of Psychiatry at the University of Oxford and Honorary Consultant Psychiatrist at Oxford Health NHS Foundation Trust. Not yet currently licensed for treatment in the UK, the medications are called esopiclone and lemborexant.
The esopiclone works via the GABA pathway in the brain, while lemborexant is working through a novel mechanism which deals with the orexin receptors in the brain.
According to the NHS, it's believed a third of Britons will have episodes of insomnia at some point in their lives. Next. Research suggests that drinking more than a small shot glass of beer every day could pose risks to the health of men under the age of 40, as researchers urged young adults to steer clear of alcohol. The study by the University of Washington School of Medicine says a safe daily limit for women aged under 39 is under the equivalent of 2 tablespoons worth of wine or 100 millilitres of beer. But those over 40 can toast their health with a drink or two, as academics found a small amount of alcohol can help ward off heart disease, stroke and diabetes among this age group. Researchers said young people face higher health risks from alcohol consumption than older adults and called for strong guidance to warn younger adults of the health dangers posed by drinking. Today, conservationists of all ages are being urged to help protect Britain's butterflies by taking part in the annual Big Butterfly Count. We spoke to Dr. Zoe Randall, Senior Surveys Officer at Butterfly Conservation.
Butterflies are found from shoreline to mountain top. Fields and countryside habitats are better, but you can get a really good variety of butterflies even in your garden.
Dr. Randall says half of Britain's remaining butterfly species are now on its red endangered list and are threatened or near threatened with extinction. Last year's count saw the lowest level of sightings of butterflies and moths since the count began in 2009.
We've done a lot of work with habitat specialist butterflies. So these are species that need a specific habitat type and a specific food plant, and we've managed to reverse some of the declines in these species.
In the world's biggest citizen science survey of its kind, we're all being asked to spend 15 minutes recording them when we're out and about, and the charity says the activity is also great for your mental health.
You know, you've got things like the small tortoise shell, which is the, iconic garden butterfly, orangey brownie with a little blue fringe along the edge of the wings. And then you've got the peacock butterfly, which has got those huge, great big blue eyes on its wings, which it, uses to warn off predators.
DNA from ancient fossils found in southern China reveals Native Americans could have roots in East Asia. Scientists at the Chinese Academy of Sciences compared genetic information of the late Pleistocene era fossils to those from humans worldwide. They say they found the bones belonged to a person who linked deeply to the ancestry of Native Americans. It's believed early humans crossed the Bering Strait between Asia and North America to become the first people to arrive on the continent. Let's go to the ads. Stay there for more news from the world of tech and science. Plus, it's the world's fastest shark lurking in the waters around Barcelona. Why not hit rate and follow in the meantime? Welcome back. An investigation has found that the popularity of disposable vapes has left millions of the e-cigarette pens dumped at landfill. The probe by Sky News and the Bureau of Investigative Journalism uncovered the dumping of vapes, despite them containing lithium, which is a valuable element for powering tech devices. Their report suggests that British vapers are throwing out 2 disposable e-cigarettes each second, accounting for 10 tonnes of lithium every year. But according to their research, about half of vapers throw their device in the bin rather than putting it in a special electricals bin when the vape runs out. Research by conservationists at Colorado State University has found that orphan African elephants benefit physically and emotionally from the support of other young pachyderms. The data comes from analysis of stress hormones in calves whose mother had died, finding those with friends in their herd of the same age were less anxious. Analysis was undertaken from 4 years of datasets following an increase in ivory poaching in Kenya. The team put the resilience of orphaned calves down to social support offered by the rest of the herd. And what a wonderful lesson for humans too. And finally, a photographer has captured footage of the world's fastest shark lurking in waters around Barcelona's shoreline. This may be daunting for us humans, but marine biologists say this is a good sign for the ecosystem. The short-fin mako shark can reach speeds of 45 miles per hour and is currently listed as endangered. And this is the first time one's been seen in the Mediterranean in more than a decade. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast from the Evening Standard here in London, and we'll be back on Monday at 1 p.m. See you then.